Okay, let's just get right into it. The ground is literally shifting under our feet. You know, all those marketing playbooks that worked just a couple of years ago, they're pretty much obsolete now. A totally new landscape is emerging for 2026. And in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what's changed and, more importantly, how you can get way ahead of the curve. This quote just nails it, right? This isn't about some small incremental changes. We're talking about a fundamental reset. All the easy buttons we used to rely on are gone. But, and this is the important part, for those who are actually paying attention, the smart buttons are popping up everywhere. The stakes are really high, and the time to adapt is, well, right now. Now, what's so fascinating about this is the paradox it shows. On one hand, yeah, we're seeing a drop in those traditional organic clicks from Google, and that can feel pretty alarming. But look at that second bar. The total discovery pie, as we're calling it, is actually getting bigger. The opportunity hasn't vanished. It's just moved. So let's dig into why that old playbook, the one that was all about getting that #1 ranking on Google, is just not going to cut it anymore. Here's the cold, hard data. Just 1 in every 3 Google searches now actually ends with someone clicking on a traditional organic result. Just let that sink in for a second. That means 2/3 of the time, people are finding their answer right there on the results page, or they're finding it somewhere else entirely. And this right here is that somewhere else. The discovery pie is expanding big time. Your audience, they're asking questions and finding products on platforms like ChatGPT, which, by the way, now handles over 1 billion searches a week. They're on YouTube watching tutorials. They're on Reddit getting real, authentic reviews. If you're only focused on that one slice of the Google pie, you're missing out on the whole meal. Okay, so the problem is clear. The old map is useless. But what's the solution? Well, it all starts with completely redefining what SEO even means in 2026. This is all about mastering the new rules of the game. So say hello to the new Position Zero AI overviews. You've seen them, those AI-generated answers sitting right at the very top of Google. And the key to getting your content featured there is targeting what are called fan-out queries. Think of it like this. It's when someone asks for multiple related things at once, like, hey, compare the best marketing tools for social media and email. And why should you care? Well, this number says it all. By specifically going after these AI overviews, one client saw a 2,300% jump in AI-driven traffic. And that was in just 4 months. I mean, come on, that's not a small gain. That is a complete and total game changer. This is probably the most crucial mindset shift you need to make. The old way was all about keywords, right? Stuffing them in, counting them up. The new SEO is about agents and entities. You're not just optimizing for what a person types into a box anymore. You're optimizing for how an AI agent verifies facts and understands the connections between different ideas. This framework here shows you exactly how it all builds on itself. The new SEO is a multi-level game. Sure, it starts with the basics, like fixing your technical debt, but it moves up the ladder fast to optimizing for AI, to actually becoming the source data for these large language models, and finally, to achieving total topic domination across every single channel. And hey, this isn't just for some huge faceless corporation. These principles are killer for local businesses too. Take this case study on ranking a landscaping business in New Orleans. The takeaways are brilliant. Don't just chase a huge volume of reviews. Aim for a steady, consistent stream. Don't just target the city. Create hyperlocal pages for specific neighborhoods. And don't just list your services. Talk about solving specific local problems right in your Google business profile. So, once you've figured out how to get found, the next massive question is, what kind of content should you even be making? And where should it live? Because you guessed it, the rules there have changed dramatically too. Let's talk about YouTube. It's not just competing with other social media apps on your phone anymore. Nope. YouTube is now competing directly with Netflix, with traditional TV, for a spot on that big screen in your living room. And what that means is its algorithm is starting to heavily favor longer, more bingeable content that keeps people on the couch. And how you get people to even click in the first place, that's flipped on its head too. The old way was all about mystery, right? Clickbait titles that create a curiosity gap. The new, much more effective strategy is what's being called anti-clickbait. You literally give the answer to the video's main question right there in the thumbnail. In a world full of noise, clarity is what cuts through. So what about getting cited by an AI, like ChatGPT?
It turns out there's a formula. First, external validation is everything. The AI trusts third-party review sites like G2 and TechRadar way more than it trusts your own blog. Second, you have to stay fresh. Almost 80% of pages cited by the AI were updated in the last year. And third, build consensus. The AI looks for patterns, so showing up on multiple trusted lists is absolutely key.
All right, let's bring this all together. We've looked at the problem, we've gone through the new tactics. So what does the high-level winning playbook for 2026 actually look like? And here we are, full circle, back to the discovery pie. The final takeaway here could not be clearer. You can't have a single slice strategy anymore that's only focused on Google. You need a whole pie strategy. That means having a presence on Google, a plan for ChatGPT, content for YouTube, a community on Reddit, and an eye on every other niche platform where your audience is spending their time. So we'll just leave you with this one question. Your audience is already out there discovering solutions, products, and answers across this entire fragmented pie. The only question left is, will they be discovering you?